Because the list that I saw that did well in a tournament, it played 2 VMAX and no V. It's a Cleavor coin. Played 2 VMAX and no V. I decided to split it up, do 1 VMAX, 1 V. You know, because what if you don't need to use Starbirth and then you have your Charizard VStar? That just does 320. Well, we're starting the Heatran. Starting the Heatran, and just a lovely hand here. If I can run this one back, everyone has to sub. You know, it's a reverse. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so I do 1, 2. Let's go get the... I can't get the Crobat because that would be a bad idea. So I'm going to go get an Arceus V. Attach the double turbo. I have to put the Lumineon down. And then I'll just go for a research. Yeah, because the Marnie doesn't really matter. But yeah, the reason I have to put the Lumineon down is because if they use an escape rope, they can knock out my Arceus. So that is the reason I had to do that. If they just use an escape rope, they can Meloetta, knockout, and I just lose the game on that. So the Lumineon would have to be sacrificed, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Because they're not playing Marnie, I don't have to worry about that research going anywhere. I can attach the fire energy to my Arceus. Losing the double turbo definitely isn't fun, but you know, you gotta be able to play the game, right? But if I am able to win this one, everyone has to sub. That is the deal. I do a lot of games where I say if I lose, everyone gets a code. If I win this game, everyone has to sub. And I'll take your silence as a yes. And if I win this game, I'm expecting just a flood of subs. And if you do, I'll give you 15 codes. It's that simple. If they hit into my Heatran, this could actually be really good for me. Like if they just do like 70 with Psychic Leap or something, that Heatran's gonna be able to take a one-shot late in the game. So they're down to bosses. They're down 2 Elisas, bosses. I mean, they're probably not going to need another Elisas. They have the one Mew. I can knock out the Mew. So they're in a very interesting position here because I can definitely knock out the Mew. I can knock out the Meloetta. I can knock out a Genesect. I can knock out anybody on their side of the field. I just have to get the Heatran out of the active. And that's easier said than done. But if I can get the Heatran out of the active, then they haven't played anything. Oh, I gotta play it safe. I gotta play it safe. They could easily Genesect into Energy Choice Belt and knock out my Arceus. So as much as I wanted to put the Arceus up there, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was just, you know, it's Mew. You have to expect Mew to do Mew things. And it was the same situation. If they knocked out my Arceus V, then I'm screwed. But see, I'm very smart sometimes. I was like, if they play that escape rope, I have to have Lumineon. And they didn't get it. Damn it. I would have looked so smart. So smart if I hadn't done all this. Well, they could have attacked with Meloetta and still done 120. And that wouldn't have been great either. Alright, there's a Quick Ball. That's really good. So, attach. Quick Ball the DTE. I think it makes sense to just go get a Charizard V now. Yeah, I can still switch because the Air Balloon now is live. Yeah, the Air Balloon, I got the switch, I got the Air Balloon, I got everything. They kept the Mew in the active. I think that was a mistake. So the Air Balloon definitely goes on the Lumineon. I don't think I need to... I mean, I think I should probably go get a Magma Basin. So if I get a Magma Basin, then I can start powering up the Heatran. So Starbirth, let's go for Magma Basin. And what do I want my supporter to be for next turn? So let's do Magma Basin and... I mean, I could go for Arceus VStar. I could go for Charizard V. Let's go Magma Basin and Raihan. Arceus would be the smart decision. We're not doing smart decisions here today. All right, so Magma Basin to the Heatran. I have a Crobat, so I'm going to Trinity Nova, take the knockout, just put 3 energy on the Charizard. Hope I don't get, destroyed by this decision. But being able to take that first knockout is huge. I got the energy, I got the research, I got a great hand. I did take out a Mew with the DTE, so the fusion, they can still do 280 with fusion energy. Okay, so there's one power tablet. So they would do 210, 240, 270. They need one more power tab. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. They need one more power tablet and a fusion energy to knock out my Arceus VStar. Or I guess just a psychic energy and they can copy Technoblast. But they don't have a choice belt on that. Oh, okay. I was like, they don't have a choice belt on the Meloetta. That's going to make their life that much more difficult. So it's really just, what do they got? Rose Tower's fine. Because I can do 280. Oh, Silene. I don't like Silene. I don't like Silene in this deck. Yes, it lets you recycle power tablets, but it's just like one extra power tablet. Is it really worth it? I mean, I guess because it lets them take the knockout, but it's your supporter for turn. If you're really feeling it, go for old PC. Old PC is an item card, and you rely on coin flips there as well. I do find it interesting that they attach the fusion energy to the Mew, but I guess they've already used their retreat, so they were kind of stuck there. All right, so I'm going to use GMAX Wildfire. I do need... So I'm going to go get a Choice Belt. I have the Raihan. This is exactly the scenario I envisioned. So boom, I go get a Choice Belt. And then they can't get a revenge knockout because they don't have another Mew. So boom, let's put down the Arceus. I'll try and go for another Magma Basin. Just so I can maybe attack with Heatran. See, so I can maybe attack with Heatran. Let's do this. The Heatran's gonna have 1,000,000 damage counters on it and do huge damage. Alright, so GMAX Wildfire for 310, discard 2 energy. It's going to power up my Heatran. Oh, this deck flows. This deck flows. This deck is so good right now. Obviously against Mew. It seems like all the decks I play these days are good against Mew and bad against everything else. The Palkia matchup for this deck is bad. But if you don't face Palkia and you just face Mew and they stumble, you'll win. And Old Cemetery helps out the Heatran as well. So if I needed to, I could put 80 damage on this thing and do 560. Is that how math works? So I could do just 1,000,000 damage with the Heatran if I really wanted to. I could manually attach from the hand, put it to 60, and then Magma Basin it to 80. So I think my opponent is realizing that it's game over. Because there's nothing they can do right now to win this game. Even that, there's nothing they can do. If they had 2 prizes left, then maybe. But I think they're just trying to stall play here. Or they're really going for a knockout because they need 140. But their board is looking rough. Their board is looking rough. Because they have no Mew. I'm just gonna attach to the Heatran and do as much damage as possible. So if I attach to the Heatran, that's going to be with the Oricorio, that will be what, 400 damage? Just an easy 400 with barely any setup. Okay, you can't win the game. We all know that. Like, is there anything that Mew can do? Because they have to take a knockout at some point. They can't, trap somebody and just use glistening droplets for 10 turns. Did they really want this knockout that badly? I guess they really wanted that knockout. Or they don't realize that, I have 1 prize left. That's also an option. Or maybe they thought, oh, I might run out of energy or something, but no, 400 damage. Radiant Heatran. Who needs Radiant Greninja when you can do 400 damage on a Meloetta? It's just that good. It's just that good. So this is a bit of a rough hand here. So let's go Marnie. Like, I have to play the percentages and just go with Arceus V, because I can't risk a Crobat V with this hand. This is not a good hand to risk the Crobat V on. I just have to hope that they can't manufacture the knockout. It's just, do I go for the switch? I don't think so. I mean, odds are they'll probably get, Meloetta, Melodious Echo for 210, Power Tablet. Oh yeah, Mew's doing Mew things. They're going to get the Meloetta, Elisa Sparkle, attach to the Meloetta, play a Power Tablet, draw 1,000,000 cards, get the Escape Rope, and then knock out my Arceus, and then I have nothing to do. Oh, they even got the Pokemon Catcher. Okay, maybe they don't play Escape Rope. Maybe they play Pokemon Catcher instead of Escape Rope. Yeah, there's the Power Tablet. So now all they need... Oh, double Power Tablet. They could even go the long way. I mean, which wouldn't really make any sense. But yeah, because they can split the Elisas between a Mew and a Meloetta, and they just attach any energy to the Meloetta. And if they get enough Power Tablets and Choice Belts, they'll just have the knockout on the Arceus anyway. Oh, come on. Quit all this stuff. This is... Okay, they flip tails every single time. This is exactly what you want, but they still have 2 Genesect. Even when Mew flips tails 3 times on cards, it's like, we're still in the driver's seat. We still got everything we need. We're still going great. No cards, no problem. But it looks like they've whiffed. They needed a pretty big combo, but Mew's able to get that kind of combo. Yeah, they'll prepare for next turn. They'll probably retreat into a Genesect. Oh, they're retreating into the Mew. Okay, so that's good. So there's a Choice Belt. So let's do... I think I evolve, Choice Belt, switch. Do I risk the Rose Tower? Rose Tower always screws me over in situations like this, so why not let it do it again? Oh, how did I know? How did I know it would do that? But at least it gets me deeper into my deck. No Arceus VStar. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to go get a Crobat. I'm going to have to like bench everybody. Okay, so Charizard V is going down. I'm going to put the Arceus V down. I'm going to put the Air Balloon on that Arceus V. I'm going to Quick Ball this Fire Energy. Gonna Crobat, and now we have to hope for an Arceus V-Star and a double turbo, or at least just an Arceus V-Star. Come on, Crobat, bail me out of this. There we go. Okay, so I got the Arceus. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to use Star Blaze this game. So I think I get double turbo and... yeah, double turbo and Magma Basin. So Magma Basin, double turbo, because I know I have an energy in the discard. So double turbo, Magma Basin, build up this one. Boom. So I can do some things. So I don't think I put energy on that one because I can knock out a Genesect next turn. So boom, and then I just put 3 energy on the Charizard V. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the way to beat Mew. You just they get nothing turn 1 and then you beat them. It's that simple. Go first. Let them get nothing turn 1, and then just dig through your deck as much as you can and get the knockout. But they'll be able to do Mew things this turn. They'll probably attack with Meloetta. I mean, that's fine. I just need to take a knockout this turn and then a knockout the next turn. And if I take the Meloetta off the board, that's pretty good. Yeah, so they were playing catcher instead of escape rope, it looks like. But I have a guaranteed knockout. And I think if they do attack with Meloetta and I just go get a Charizard VMAX and I just use the first attack, whatever the first attack is that does 100 damage, I know they can't get there. They've already burned 2 Power Tablet. So they could do an extra 90. So 2 Power Tablet, a Choice Belt. They're doing 20 less. So 210, let's say 190 plus 90 is 280. Even if they Silene for another one, they can't get there. So I just do what I did last game. Mew can't beat this deck. Unless I prize my Charizard VMAX. But then I can still dig. I can still dig. Alright, so let's get rid of... what's my energy looking like? So I have 1 fire in the discard, so I'll get rid of... Quick Ball and... actually, no, I'll get rid of Marnie and fire. Do I have Charizard VMAX? I do! So Charizard VMAX is down. Let's do... attach, Raihan, boom. So I just knock out the Mew VMAX this turn. Go get the Choice Belt. So this is how you win the Mew matchup. This is simple. All right, and then I will ditch the Fire Energy and go get a Heatran that doesn't exist. I'll go for Wyrdeer. And then Rose Tower for 1. There's the Magma Basin. Awesome. So I should have gone for a Heatran if I could. Let's put the energy there. So I have the bench spot for Lumineon. And then I can just go bosses and boss a Genesect. One, two, three. And I can still win with a double turbo. Because I have the Choice Belt attached. If I can find a double turbo, I have the win that way as well. So it's crazy how the synergy with Charizard VMAX is. Obviously, you don't want to be facing Palkia with this deck. Palkia is very scary. But if you're facing Mew all day long, apparently this deck is insane. Apparently this deck just gets wins. But it's just weird. I play Kecleon, I face Duraludon. Duraludon's an auto win against Kecleon. And then I don't play Kecleon and I face Mew, and Mew is a great matchup for Kecleon. So it's just the variety definitely isn't here on TCG Live. Everyone's either playing Duraludon, Mew, or like that's about it. You know, you'll get the odd Palkia and Darkrai and Samurott game, but it's mostly just Mew and Duraludon today. There is a way for them to win this game. They would need everything. Okay, so they're going for the V-Star. Do they even have a knockout? Yeah, they didn't even have a knockout. I was like, do you actually have game if you do that? Alright, so let's do Magma Basin. Yeah, they had nothing. They had nothing. Do I want to go first? Of course I want to go first against Dank to Denny. And the TCG Live subreddit, even though it has nearly 6,000 people, things aren't going great over there. My post from 2 days ago about the Battle Pass, that's the most recent post. Okay. I shouldn't have played this deck anymore. So I think I Quick Ball away the Fire Energy, go get an Arceus V. So I guess the Wyrdeer and the Arceus are how you win. You have the Zigzagoon, so that's 220. Do I switch now? And then hope that they don't Marnie me? I mean, they're not playing Marnie. They're not playing Marnie this turn. They have like one Marnie in that deck. We know they're not going to find it. They're not finding that one Marnie. I absolutely guarantee they will not find a Marnie this turn, and if they do, I'm probably going to lose. Because, I mean, they found a Battle VIP Pass. I play Battle VIP Pass. Doesn't go great. Alright, so yeah, I knew they were playing Irida. This deck plays like 3 Irida. It's way too much. So I'm going to switch. I can't attach the double turbo to my Arceus as much as I want to. I can't do it. Because that would put me out of range of a knockout. So the deck does play the one Zigzagoon for this exact scenario. They went and got Path to the Peak, but I already have everything I need. Except for a Fire Energy. Okay, there's Wyrdeer. So I'm going to evolve. I don't think I put Wyrdeer down now. Because I might need some bench spots. Because I'd want to put down Heatran. Yeah, so I think I switch into the Arceus. Marnie first. Hope I get, you know, one of the pieces. Because I don't want to get, you know, Magma Basin and Fire Energy off of this. I want to get Choice Belt Zigzagoon off of the Starbirth. Okay, well I got Magma Basin. That's step 1. This is unfortunate. Okay, so I go Magma Basin, Heatran. Because I want the Heatran to get some damage on it. Oh man, as much as I want to put this into play to just get a quick one-shot later in the game, I can't do it. I have to go for Crobat. Because I don't have... I mean, I can Starbirth. I have to go for Crobat. I have to go for Crobat. Like, because I could go get the Zigzagoon. I could go for the Zigzagoon if it was in the deck. Alright, so I'm not going to bench anybody else. That is the game plan here. Nobody else is getting benched. So let's go Magma Basin to the Heatran. I don't have to use Starbirth, so I think I don't put the Choice Belt down because that's not necessary anymore. As much as I want another Arceus, I don't think they can get there because it wouldn't be enough. Even if they find an Echoing Horn, it wouldn't be enough, so I'm just going to Trinity Nova. Let's do 1, 2, 3, sure. 2 and 3. So I can use Charizard VStar's VStar power to take a knockout at some point, hopefully. But that is super unfortunate. Super unfortunate that I prized the Zigzagoon. I could have done Choice Belt, a whole bunch of things. I do have Raihan, but I probably shouldn't have put the Crobat down. Again, though, they are getting Path to the Peak. So if they put the Peak down, I still have Raihan. Like, if they put the Peak down and somehow take a knockout, but it doesn't look like they're doing that. It doesn't look like they can take a knockout because they're using Melanie. So with the Melanie play, they could still maybe get a cross switcher, but then they'd need a switch card. So they're having a bit of a tough start. I think, you know, let me see who built this deck, because I need to give some credit to them. You know, maybe they didn't build it, maybe they had some help and they built it with the team, but let me find the list and let's see who used it. It was Flavio. So Flavio took this deck to a tournament, went 8-2. Put the link in chat. And yeah, I like it. You play the Wyrdeer and the Heatran. That helps with your Palkia matchup. You play the Zigzagoon to help with the Palkia matchup. They're two-shotting me. So all I have to do is win the game. Alright, so I don't want to use Starbirth. We know that. It doesn't really make sense to... I mean, if I use Lumineon, that's not good either. There's not really a good option. Because they can use the quick shooting. So I think I just use Trinity Nova. They only have the one Drizzile. I think I just take the knockout. Don't attach the energy. Yeah, don't attach the energy. And I just sort of see what they're going to do. Because there's the Zigzagoon. Of course the Zigzagoon shows up now. So the reason you play the Zigzagoon is because this Arceus does 180. With a Choice Belt, it does 210. So you're 10 short on a Palkia. And then you paint him with Zigzagoon, and that's 10 more. Ugh. And, you know, maybe it was worth it to quick ball away the energy and use Magma Basin to get the energy on the Heatran. Because we know they're packing a Path to the Peak in this deck. But they can't use it until they use Star Portal. Yeah, Star Portal is the ability that puts the energy into play, so they have to save the Peach for after Star Portal, or else they don't have access to it. And there's the cross switcher. So this actually isn't horrible. I do have a way around this. The Heatran is live. If they knock out my Charizard, then I have Arceus VStar power. That's not a quick shooting Inteleon, so that's really good. But obviously, they're just going to try and basically ping this Arceus. Okay, Starmie's fine. Starmie's actually great. You want to attack with Starmie, that's fine with me. I do need a backup attacker, though, and that would be Wyrdeer. So I think not attaching that energy last turn to the Heatran was a bit of a mistake, because you want to have that Wyrdeer play at the end of the game for situations like this. So they will use Subspace Swell. I don't think they can do a triple quick shooting in one turn, and they didn't go for a quick shooting this turn because they couldn't. So I believe my Arceus will survive. So I'll use Radiant Heatran and Magma Basin. There's Path to the Peak, that's fine. I have the Raihan, so that's all good. Piecing my way to victory is not going to be easy, though. Oh, they didn't do anything. Okay. So that's interesting. Do I just do 180 with the Heat Blast? What's the right play here? Do I retreat and attack? Because I don't have a supporter. I can do 180, but that seems like a mistake. So, okay. Well, I'm saying I won that game. I beat Palkia with Charizard. I'm going to hang my hat on that.